Good evening on this Monday. And this is Kev, and this is BMBBH. And if it's your first time on this channel, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you are here anyway, or hit the dislike. I mean, it's your freedom to do so, but I got a little something prepared for that. Please be mindful of the message scrolling across the bottom of the screen as the Cash App does appear. Uh, is BMBBH for life. And also, let me also announce the sponsor of the stream tonight. It is the same sponsor of last night's stream. Tonight's sponsor is Greg. His generosity on the Cash App made this possible. And how I do sponsors is whoever contributes the most, whether it be Cash App or Super Chat. And that's just what it is. So I really appreciate Greg's support. And let's get on with it. Listen up. Before I get started on tonight's topic, damn Pam. Yeah, Pam is the name of the character that Tichina Arnold played on the hit television series Martin, which is one of my favorite sitcoms of all time. Maybe it's one of your favorite sitcoms too. And I said, she asked a simple question, and look who's triggered by it, because it proves time and time again about the lack of patience and common sense from the court of the public opinion as far as the like we like to call the sisterhood of failure. Uh, I've liked Tichina Arnold. It, you know, I when it came to the television series Martin, um, Tichina Arnold and Tisha Campbell. I don't know. Me and my two brothers always seem to compare the two. Although I didn't think that Tisha Campbell was bad looking. I always thought that Tichina Arnold was way better. And even though she had the mean face, and she became the butt of Martin's jokes for the most part. It was kind of like a Fred Sanford and Esther type deal. If for anyone who remembers the television sitcom Sanford and Son, which is one of my favorite television sitcoms as well. Maybe in my top 10, but the difference between Esther and Pam was, and I think this is probably the general consensus of men, is that more of us would probably knock off Pam something serious. I mean, like I said, I always thought that Pam was more attractive than Gina. First time I've ever seen Tichina Arnold or recollect seeing her was the show Martin, but before that, she was one of the singers on Little Shop of Horrors, along with Tisha Campbell. The movie with Rick Moranis and Steve Martin, and the giant man-eating Venus flytrap, or whether it was a Venus flytrap or not, it was still an ugly ass plant. But you know, but the reason why we're here is because once again, it seems like anytime you say anything to B Dubs about the attitudes they display, the kind of the way they carry themselves in public, or the way they treat the other half of the community, black men, it seems like it's always this stereotypes. They always talk about their stereotyped. They always refer to this self-victimization that they have. I mean, they just get plain pissed off because of narcissism. want everyone to believe that they're perfect, and this sexual politicking that they do, like this vagina politicking. Like, okay, if you have a vagina, you're just automatically supposed to be on my side or whatever. And that's just what it was, what it is, and I guess how it's supposed to be, because all women with vaginas in Western culture are supposed to be united by the pinkies in feminism. And really, from this kind of, you know, reaction, um, it really has confirmed for me, as always, about who is keeping the gender war going. If there is such a conflict that exists. And it's really a sad thing, because I do believe deep down that black men and black women truly want to get along. But the ones, and a lot of people are going to get mad about this, I believe the ones that are making the push for black men and black women to get along are black men. And me personally, I would love nothing like. There's some things that I love more, but one of the things I would love nothing more to see happen is black men and black women get along. I know that a lot of people don't care for it. I know a lot of people, consider black men and black women done for the most part. That we possibly all need to leave each other alone and live and let live. But I mean, for like, if you really want black people in the black community to work, you want black men and black women to get along, because we eventually will not survive without some type of unity. And if and these everybody's like, oh, you preach this unity stuff and blah blah. I don't care. I'm gonna go get me a Maria. I'm gonna get me a Ling Ling, or I'm gonna get me a Becky. And I will say to that is, that's your prerogative. You don't have to feel the way I feel about black men and black women getting along. But what sets this kind of thing back is the fact that black men and black women witness uh, have to witness things such as, when, say for instance, when Tina Knows did this documentary series on highlighting how black men are stereotyped negatively, and then she gets a black backlash from mainly black women. And that was a really sad thing to see for me. But it is what it is. Or even when Fantasia, herself a while back had something to say about black women and submission to the black man, and it seems as if submission is a dirty word, especially when it comes to black people in social media. Um, what about Monique and the whole bonnet thing? And that was pretty sad, because it seems like once she said, black women, if you want to carry yourselves with class, you will stop wearing bonnets in public. And guess what? The bonnet wearing in public increased. And once again, B-dubs all over social media felt as if they were being stereotyped negatively. And my thing is, if you don't want to be stereotyped negatively, and this goes for black men as well, then you will not live out the stereotypes. I mean, for real, it's getting to the point of ridiculousness. And now we got Tichina Arnold. She asked a simple question on Twitter, and she received tons of backlash, and it sparked a debate. Now, just last night on this channel, we were talking about Cam Newton. and what he had to say about the modern female, or the bad bitch. And my point was, if you consider yourself a bad bitch, he was talking to you. But once again, it proves that the modern day B dub does not like to be corrected, or does not like anyone to say anything to them. And that's quite sad, especially when it's a valid point. So let's look at what she said, and let me give some shout outs real quick. All right. So we got RPM in the building. What's going on? Cool Gamer, what is up? Good to see all of you, by the way. We got Long Tong Sun. We got Hybrid Catastrophic Impact X83rd Power. He's here as always. And we got Toya the Tutor. Now, Toya the Tutor can tell you that, she probably is one that tries to communicate with the sisters, and, she's probably, and I think that she's gotten through so far without too much backlash or whatever, but that's a story that she can tell for herself. She's met with her challenges when trying to address the sisters, but like I said, of course, she can speak for herself on that one. But, I at least appreciate her presence. And, many of us should as well. So let's see. Oh, the Bunker TV, what's going on? And Juan G's, salute to you as well. But let's hold on one second. Let's see why the backlash. Now, she asked this question. She said, honest question. What can we as black women in America do to stop aiding in the emasculation of black men in America? Look, and the framing of the question, I mean, it's a simple question. But once you ask questions like this, the modern day B dub feel like they're being attacked somehow. And I can sort of see where they're coming from a little bit. Doesn't mean that I agree, but I can see how they can be taken aback by this question. Like, huh? How are we aiding in the emasculation of black men in America? I can give you an example, a couple of examples. Now, for those of you in the chat, and you can type this in yourselves and answer this question. And if someone gets it right, I'll go ahead and say it. What famous couple is an example of a black woman constantly emasculating her black man? And I mean, like, this ought to be very, very simple. But here's another one. Let me bring up one that is very recent. And, I don't have a picture uploaded for it, but all over social media, there is the Wade family. Once again, they took some Easter pictures, said that Happy Easter and stuff, but once again, is featuring their exploited, their object of exploitation, their son Zaya Wade. I know we were supposed to refer to her as a she, but biologically, Zaya is a male. And one thing that kind of stood out to me was the fact that the boyfriend or girlfriend of Zaya Wade, they were kissing in the picture. And one is trying to one is trying to transition to a girl, and the other's trying to transition to a boy. Now, my biggest problem is like, look, any set of traditional parents wouldn't even be, wouldn't be real cool with their kid kissing their boyfriend or girlfriend, in front of them like that. And I come from a traditional set of parents, And that's just kind of weird at the end of the day. But it's weird for other reasons. And the reason why I say that it is an example of emasculation because you literally have a woman who is raising a child, a boy that is not her own, to the point of emasculating him in childhood, and now look at him wanting to be something else, not sure what they are. Do and it's just, and I feel like it's a horrible virtue signal, and like I said, it's exploitation of a child, and they really ought to be ashamed of themselves. It's like it's made me like the Wades, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, a lot less for that. And and this is exactly why Tichina Arnold asked a question like that. Now, Tichina Arnold does ride for black people. So just so for that little tidbit, it's not her being a mammy or being a pick me, as they say. Even in the midst of a little while back, her being divorced. Now, let me check these comments out. Let me check. Oh, I see in Indigenous TV. All right. Juan G's, Will and Jada. Yep, that's exactly who I was talking about. Will and Jada. Telescope 3, what's going on? Will and Jada. Oh, I see Shaka Nulu's down there. What it is. Bonker TV, what's going on? He said, I couldn't hug in front of my parents until I married. And Telescope 3 says, using their child as a prop to appear hip and woke. Indigenous TV. Pam had ass back in the day. Yeah, Pam was curvy. I mean, Gina had a little bit too, but Pam was banging, as we used to say back in the day. and like I said, shit, between the two, if I could choose between Pam and Gina, and I think on the show Martin low key kind of like Pam too. That's why he always kind of joked on her, because he was denying himself. But of course, Pam ended up with Tommy. I'm listening. What's going on? But yeah, that those are two, Will and Jada, and the Wades, and how they're doing the Sons. It's like those are two prime examples of this. And like I said, this is why Tichina Arnold is asking a question like that. And as usual, it's met with backlash. They said that B-Dubs really went at Tichina Arnold for that. I mean, bringing up her recent divorce. Let me share the screen real quick. Indigenous TV, he has a different opinion. No one will ever top Tisha Campbell in House Party. She was bad as hell. Okay, well, say that's your opinion. But I don't know. It just seemed like every time Tisha Campbell, and let me be a little colorist for a moment. Every time she had a dark-skinned friend beside her, shit, it seemed like that dark-skinned friend always kind of outdid her. I mean, but that's just my opinion. Let me share the screen real quick, though. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of these B-dubs out here brought up the fact that Tichina Arnold has divorced her husband. Okay, yeah, let me see. Here's what it says. Tichina Arnold has officially filed for divorce from her estranged husband, Rico Hines, 5.5 years following an alleged sex tape that led to their separation. said, according to legal documents obtained by TMZ, the Martin actress cited irreconcilable differences as the cause for divorce. I mean, yeah, I think a sex tape would pretty much do it. But let me see if I can find any of these tweets. See if I can just type in Twitter backlash or something. And by the way, I really hope Elon Musk buys Twitter. I might even get on it if that happens. Let me see if I can find the tweet itself. And it said comedy hype. I would have watched that comedy hype if I had found it earlier. Okay. Shadow and act. Maybe it has some of the tweet responses. You know. And by the way, look, everybody. If you're in here, please press that like button. And if it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. I am 88 subs away from 3K. Yeah, I gained quite a few subs since last night. Let me see. Okay, yeah, they got it. They got some typed out in the they got some tweet responses typed out. Look like a typewriter or something. But it has, honest question: what can we as black women in America do to stop aiding in the emasculation of black men in America? One response said, "Not you," from some looked like a guy named Charles. Oh yeah, not you. I'll say, yeah, he looks like he's alphabet though. And we have this Lashania. If you look below the question right here, she says, "We as black women are not responsible for the image that black men have created for themselves. I wish people would stop placing this responsibility on us." Look, and my response to that is, you're not responsible for the image that black men have created for ourselves. You are right, but you are responsible for the image that you have used the mainstream media for in trying to portray black men as basically the villains and the opposition to black women. You are responsible for that. These bitches have been tearing us down since the early 70s. And here's the thing. We as black men, we haven't really done anything to try to respond and set the record straight until recently. In the past few years. Now, everybody talks about the talk show era, but we did have Montel Williams back in the day. We did. Like, Montel Williams used to do quite a bit to try to recover this image. Let's scroll down a little bit. Oh, and then you have Yapa W. What about us as black women? Where is the protection and respect for us? Oh, jeez. Like I said, the self-victimization when you ask questions like that is just like what Tina knows. It's like every time you do something or say something on behalf of black men, you always have this "what about black women" type deal. One prime example of this is when Obama was in office and he had the "My Brother's Keeper" thing going. It was like that was dismantled by black women. What about us? What about us? B-dubs have plenty. They get plenty of respect. They get plenty of protection, and swear up and down they don't get it, which is BS. But hey, tell us any goddamn thing. Now here's girl with the whale tattoo. She says, you can start by taking back this insulting, unequivocally asinine question that is completely devoid of any actual historical context to back it up, because history has shown time and again that black women have been the ones protecting black men. And what do they do for us? Now, I got two words for girl with the whale tattoo. Ungrateful bitch. What have they done for you? Every time black men are in charge of a movement, or even famous black men, and I'm gonna throw out a couple names: Bill Cosby, Spike Lee, and Ice Cube have put black women on. Seriously, Ice Cube, let me see, Jamie Foxx, like it, and the list goes on and on. Talking about, and what do they do for us? As far as they're concerned, we haven't done anything, and that is just inaccurate. That is just inaccurate. And what do they do for us? Hey, a lot of y'all fathers were in the home too. I know we have this narrative that fathers are not in the home, and I understand that everybody that watches me, their dad was not in the home. Not everybody. Oh shit. That's very inaccurate. Some of the people that watch me, their father might not have been in the home. My father was in the home. And a lot of these girls had fathers or had some male figure in their lives. It's like, it's this feminist crap. And how do you protect black men? How do black women protect black men? Oh, this little bullshit. Oh, we be marching, we be on the front lines. No, and that's another discussion, but that is a bullshit narrative. And then it says, she continues, how about the role of black women in the civil rights movement? The way they were denied their credit, the way they were told to remember their place and their issues were not as important because race, gender, and don't you dare bring attention to your issues and split us. Oh God, whatever. The whole Montgomery bus boycott was centered around protecting a black woman in that civil rights movement that this quote unquote ungrateful bitch is talking about. Rosa Parks. The whole the whole Montgomery bus boycott was because Rosa Parks got arrested. And I'm sorry, the most successful boycott in the history of black people in America. Now, if people want to push back in the comments, go right ahead. I'm not an echo chamber over here. If you happen to agree with me, you just agree with me. If you happen to disagree with me, you can disagree with me. But my desire has never been an echo chamber. Okay, CK Dexter Haven. This comment right here looks pretty blue pilled. He said, I appreciate the gesture, Miss Arnold, but I don't know if that is your responsibility. In and of itself, emasculation is a subjective construct. Trans women, gay men portrayed in the media, independent black women, none of this emasculates me. My manhood isn't that fragile. I can kind of see his point somewhat. I can kind of see it, but I'm not against a black woman that makes an effort to address sisters. See, that's the big thing. A lot of these people in these social media streets say that it is the responsibility of black women to address black women. That black men should not even be addressing black women. And I'm just saying, I don't know how that is, because black women address us all the time, and they swear up and down they don't. And it's a blatant lie. So what is up with that? But this is one. It's not so much a blue pill comment that this man made, but it's like he's one of those I stick my chest out and I can defend myself, blah blah blah. But see, here's the thing: this little second paragraph. Oh shit! That little second paragraph right there. Uh, I have to address the brothers on this. We should be able to care how we're portrayed as black men in the media. And a lot of that negative portrayal comes at the behest of B dubs. You know, B dub producers, B dub writers. A lot of that is because of them in those communities. Now, independent black women, shit, and shit, I don't care if they're not that independent because they're always blaming them. They're always blaming us for shit, and they're always victimizing themselves. And then here comes Darren A. Robinson too. He says, and he says to uh, Miss Arnold, he said nothing. Damn it! Hold on. Sorry about this. He says nothing. Black men have to stop treating the following things as emasculating: having emotions other than anger, asking for help, being LGBTQ, LGBT, not being the primary earner in a relationship, liking things that aren't considered manly. That sounds like some shit that comes from straight from a woman's mouth. This might be one of them female controlled guys. And she was the one that was asking women that. So why is he trying to switch it up on black men? And I've said myself that, you know, black men are called emotional just because we do get a little angry. You know, asking for help, therapy. I mean, it's nothing wrong with a black man getting therapy, but I don't see black men seeing that as emasculating. Being LGBT, that's very emasculating. I'm sorry. Not being a primary earner in a relationship, that's a standard that black men hold for ourselves. If we're not the primary earner, no, it doesn't feel like that. You know, we're doing anything. I mean, it is what it is. But you know, like a lot of these dudes that say stuff like this, kind of sus. And here we go. Emasculation of black men in America, said, is a myth, has become a weird dog whistle phrase y'all use to talk about black gay men and trans women simply being more visible as if their mere existence is demeaning or antagonistic to CH, which I believe means cis hetero black men's personhood identity. It's weird. Now, see, that's one of those alphabet people that would will take the emphasis off of what's going on with straight black men and putting the ball in their court. And I've said many a times, look, anybody that's alphabet or runs with the milk and cookies lifestyle, that is not my issue. Stay in your fucking lane. It's not my issue. Once you choose that side of it, you know, I'm not talking about somebody like in history like James Baldwin that understood that his blackness mattered, even though he was an alphabet man. Now, these modern day people, you're the one that's weird because they keep bringing us up as if we're the main ones that's shitting on them. And really, that really has always been white hetero men that has done that. We have been very accepting of them, but they're just like the independent black women. They feel like that they're always being attacked, and it is because, you know, hetero black men such as myself don't accept that. I mean, I don't have to accept that lifestyle. I don't have to. But I'm not going to go out my way to shit on you like these groups shit on us. And it's the fact of the matter is, they kind of want straight men's acceptance because they want straight men. But that's neither here nor there. And look at this. This is a straight up feminist right here. Can we please start calling these emasculation conversations what they really are? Homophobia. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. I get so sick of that crap. Look, I don't care what the people on that side do. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what they do until it starts involving children. All I say is leave the children alone. Stop trying to force your little lifestyle on kids. But how does her asking this question, how is it homophobic? How is it homophobic? All it's saying is maybe you should treat, and it really exposes how a group of people feel. You know, it seems more like that they're acting like hit dogs. Yeah, but see, here's some more positive ones right here. Look, like this guy Terrain Walker, that sounds familiar. Says our sisters can understand that we're each other's natural counterparts, and there is a clear agenda at work to keep us separate, and black men specifically, a weak and permanent underclass. Listening to us is the beginning. Yeah, well, that, weak. I think that a lot of us black men, we're too prideful to call ourselves weak. The permanent underclass part will probably be more accurate. But here's one thing that black men ourselves can proactively do. We could try to get more on the same page to counteract this. Because I can tell you this, those independent women, those alphabet guys, they're working together on this. Those feminists, they're working together on this. They do this purposely and then try to act like they don't do it, like everybody's fucking stupid. And in the lab, at In the Lab 13, says something that's pretty accurate from what I can see. It says, as you can see by the comments, sis, the hate for us is real. Either we hate ourselves, created by WS, you hate us, more WS, or society as a whole, maybe even the planet hates us, again, WS. Love us as you love yourself. Let me tell you something. This little WS thing, that it's just more. It is more than what goes on in Western culture. There's a lot of countries that do follow Western culture's example. And seeing that I have an audience that isn't stupid, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm not going to read these too much longer. Okay, yeah. There's a lot more comments that seem to be somewhat more disagreeable toward her asking that question. She asked a question, and people got triggered, especially like a lot of these strong, independent black women's, and even a lot of milk and cookies guys, which they kind of get on my damn nerves. But let me look at some of these comments. D. Scott, what's going on? Judge Zilla the Beast said pronounced at nugga. But I mean, look, I'm sorry, but she's in the right. She's in the right for asking this question, and just by the reaction that she got, yeah, it proves it even further. And she just and it was a legitimate question. It was no doubt a legitimate question. And although that I am completely on her side, let me just tell y'all this. Let me just tell you guys this. Black men, we do need to do more on our end to put up a better defense from these things, because it's like whenever, like, I'll give you an example. This space right here, this space right here, there's a lot of dudes that are butting heads because of the fact that we are addressing this kind of shit right here, especially from the perspective that we see that B dubs are giving us. And it's like it's a lot of bigger YouTube channels, like bigger than mine, that address black men in a very disparaging way. And we know who those channels are, famously, because they've been around for a while, and we give them mention quite often. So I will say this. I will say thank you, Tichina Arnold. But here's the other side of that. We as black men have been saying this for quite some time. We have been saying this. This is nothing new. And we repeatedly say it, and it falls on deaf ears. And I'm sorry, but the fact that we do have so many brothers that are on the blue pill nonsense, that even fight us in an effort to counteract the crap, makes me sort of like, it does kind of make me say, damn. It's like, why can't we say it more? Why does a female have to say it in order for it to get some kind of incredible attention? Not that I don't mind, like, not that I mind Tichina Arnold doing this, because I'm good with it. I'm good with whatever she does, as far as trying to make the effort to mend the fences between mend the connection between black men and black women, because in reality we do kind of need each other. In reality, some of us feel like, hey, we don't. It's too far gone. It's too far gone. But as far as for the brothers and the sisters that are trying to make the effort, they have me as an ally. They have me as an ally. I just wish so much that we could start hearing brothers out more, instead of and Tichina Arnold is a celebrity, so she's gonna get that shine anyway. But it kind of reminds me of sisters that come up here and to these platforms and give their perspective on black men, and how sisters do black men wrong publicly, and it just that brothers start falling all over themselves. Oh my God, thank you very much. Oh my God, you said it, sister, you said it. And it's just like, and I'm sitting up there like, huh? I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind, and I'm on Miss Arnold's side. I really am. I really am. But I can kind of agree with the sentiment that we as black men, we need to be more proactive in defending ourselves a little bit more from blue pill niggas. Yeah, those guys that believe that, that believe that, and agree with the sisterhood, the feminists, the bitters, and even to an extent the alphabet folks. These some of these race neutral guys that with this bullshit sense of fairness. We need to make more of an effort for ourselves, even though you have brothers like me that do make the effort. You have brothers like Roger that do make the effort. You have brothers like Dr. Tiasan Johnson that do make the effort. You have guys like uh, like Judge Zilla the Beast who do make the effort. Yeah. Yes. But on top of that, you know, be welcoming. I'm welcoming of sisters like Tichina Arnold, like up and coming content creators like Celebrity Podcast, Toya the Tutor. I'm welcoming of those sisters. But believe me when I say this, they should not have to do it more so than the brothers. So but at the end of the day, I do appreciate sisters that ride for our people, like Tichina Arnold, and I do not appreciate people such as the Bitter Sisterhood and these old black feminists and these old milk and cookies guys that call Tichina Arnold names such as Pick Me and Mammy. And let me see if I can find that post on my community tab, because I did place a quote in my community tab. And what I want you guys to do is, I want you to answer the question yourself, and then I'll go through the comments here in a little bit. But let me see. Let me just one moment. Just be patient with me, and while I'm trying to find that community tab post, go ahead and if you're in here, you haven't, please hit that like button. Yeah, because tonight, as somebody said on one of the other broadcasts, I'm competing with Kevin Samuels. I said hardly. This man had 13K people watching him right now. And Kevin Samuels, he's one of those ones that's making the effort to mend the fences between, black men and black women, even though his efforts have been scoffed at by many in this space. But yeah, let me see if I can go ahead and find that community post. Let's see. There it is. It's got 253 likes and 61 comments. Wow. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It does wonders for my ego when my community tabs get such a great response. But there was let me see. There was one. There it is. There was one of the comments in particular that I wanted to visit. So let me share the screen again. Oh, we got 27 in the building. Okay. Re-up. What's going on? Prime VA 757. And Indigenous TV paying me a compliment. Said, fuck that SBE shit. You are the real Kevin Kev. Okay, all right. And, maybe one day I get to prove it to everyone as well. And, I do feel like that. I feel like that as well. So let me go ahead and share the screen. Because I want y'all to see this and I want y'all to laugh with me. Yeah. Look at this name right here. Let me see if I can increase the size of this. Oh, there it is. This is Save Yourself Black Women. Ooh. Yeah, it's like that's original. She said we lit her ass, I guess they used the peach emoji to represent ass. Said we lit her ass up in those comments too. Don't ask us no BS like that. We burnt the cake. Hashtag Courtney Tailored. Now the whole Courtney. Now I take that Courtney Taylor hashtag as you're actually laughing at the death of a black man. That Christian Toby Obenselli, who about over a decade ago made some harsh comments about how he felt about the behavior of B-dubs. But, just like I said, the whole vagina politic thing is joining in pinkies to shit on black men and pretending like it's a gender war. So here's my first response to that. I was like, did she care? And then here she goes with, oh, at black men being brutally honest, she crawled back into the hole she came out of with her tail tucked, just like Tina knows when she made that documentary, LOL. I mean, she's a celebrity. She's not gonna sit there and respond to every negative comment. Like she was going back and forth, see, somebody like me would probably troll the troll. I was like, y'all should have seen me on Facebook like 5-6 years ago. Oh my God, I was very, very vile when it came to trolls who especially were in opposition to black men. Yeah, I got people mad at me to this day. I mean, like even a little while back, there were people that would regularly and periodically hit me up in my DMs with the occasional "fuck you," "fuck you, man." I was like, hey. And then I just leave a laugh emoji and just ignore their asses. Because I mean, if you're that triggered, then I have truly done my job. And here's how I responded to that. I was like, okay, that just tells me that you and others validated everything she intended. And why were you so concerned? You divested. And then she goes on to respond. At black men being brutally honest, I'm concerned because she represents my image as a black woman. If she represents, now here's my response to that. If she represents your image as a black woman, she's doing a pretty good job. But she goes on to say, she's making us look bad when she asks these pandering questions. Well, I put pandering in quotes. I don't get that. I mean, and it's not pandering. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you let her explain what she meant by that, she would make some very valid points. She said, black men have slandered us all across social media for the past decade, and we're fed up. We're just putting pick-me's and mammies back in their places. Okay, let me, that's the misuse of the word mammy, and this is exactly what I meant. This is exactly what I meant when I said that women like Tichina Arnold get called pick-me's and mammies for the simple fact that they want to bridge the gap between what's going on with black men and black women, and people like Save Yourself Black Women, which is totally fucking original, sarcasm, is making that very difficult. And here's my response to that. I said, nothing has happened to you all's image that that B-dubs as a collective haven't done on your own. Slander means there is lying. You're not being lied on like black women have done to black men using your white zaddy media. And then she goes on to say, at black men being brutally honest, the only women I want representing us is Eve, Serena Williams, Jodie Turner-Smith, Ketanji Brown, Candace Owens, and whatever else divested women. Keep the mammies quiet. Now, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to keep the quote-unquote mammies quiet? Again, misusing the word mammy. And this girl used to be a mod on the breakdown on woman's perspective, but Sister George ended up taking the wrench from her because she was so. And I like Sister George can speak for herself, but but my reason. I believe the reasoning was the fact that she was so vile toward black men to the point, like, why would you even give her a wrench in the first place? I mean, but I can't speak for people. And then I was like, nah. And then I was like, nah, real black women can speak up. Not like that derelict kind you're trying to be. Funny that divestors can't stay away from black men and black male spaces to save their lives. And those are facts. If you're divested, if you are trying to get away from black men, why do you keep coming back over to black men? I have several theories on that. Can't stay away from the big dick, No, I'm just playing. It ain't all about that. But it's just like, okay, you need somebody to fight. You need somebody to conflict with. And, and I would probably say, because I'm named Black Men Being Brutally Honest, shoot, I probably would be the perfect guy to do that. But see, here's the thing. I end these conversations very quickly. I make my point, then I move on. I'm not going to go on a long tenure campaign to try to prove to you that what you're saying is wrong. I know this woman is stupid. I know this person is stupid. I know. And it's not my intention to shame people like that. I know who you are, and I'm not trying to change your mind. So, like I said, be happy with your little white man. But see, the thing is about sisters like that is that they do eventually get found out, like Chrislyn Cares. Like Kayla Nicole one day, once Travis Kelce decides that he's tired of her. Now, she did make some comment about Cynthia G. I wish it would show, but it's not important right now. But hurry up and buy it. Sun is hot raw. What's going on? Sun is hot raw said something very interesting. He said they need a villain to their divestment story. That's why. Yeah. I agree with that. Oh yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Let me go through some of these comments. Toy the Tutor said, did you happen to see her response to it? Oh, she had a response. Hold on one second. Let me, because I have to go through YouTube itself to, let's see.
Stop gaming.
Let's see. Just bear with me. What's going on, Donnie? What's going on? Long live the habitual line steppers. Okay, let me share the screen real quick again. Got 28 in the building. Hopefully all of you has pressed the like button. Go ahead and share this so y'all can read it as well. Oh, here's her response to that. She said, still reading comments. Phew. 2 thoughts. Number 1, despite all, I will never be fearful of asking anyone questions. Two, the black man and woman needs to heal together. We are up against a plethora of odds that are continually stacked against us, but it won't change my love for all of us. Hmm. That was a very professional response. Now, believe me, I believe that Tichina Arnold has it in her to just destroy all those negative responses. I do. She'll tap into her inner Pam to do that. But I kind of like the way she responded to this. Yeah, and she had a lot of people agree with her, including Vicky Dillard. Vicky Dillard is one of those Boyce Watkins people. And you know how we feel about Boyce Watkins. Uh, but yeah. That's cool stuff. That's cool stuff. You know, it doesn't change her resolve. It doesn't. Which means she read all of that stuff. She read all that negative crap. But yeah, just awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that she didn't try to match. I'm glad she didn't try to match the negativity with negativity. Yeah, let's see. See, Prime VA 757 said, not even surprised at the responses Sheena Arnold got under that tweet. She is one of the good ones. RPM, what's going on? Said BW as a group are lost. There's a lot of them that's yeah. And let's see. Toyota Tudor said she also said that praying that our trauma doesn't get the best of us. Hang in there, folks. Better days are up to you. Yeah. I agree. I agree. And Re-Up says the minute that BW can't deliver the DNC votes, the liberals will cut them off. Yeah, I thought about doing a video. It was a video I saw Phil Scott doing earlier today. The Village Arsonist put it in his community tab. How Tony Dungy was getting attacked for, contributing some money to a program that Ron DeSantis, Florida's governor, had to support fatherhood. And if any fatherhood needs support, is fatherhood in the black community. And he's being attacked by the Democrats who are supposed to be for black people. But a lot of us know the real story. Disney TV said, Kev, we're not trolls, we're bomb throwers. There's a difference. I guess that's in response to my troll the troll comments. Yeah, I used to throw some bombs as well. I mean, if only a lot of you could have seen me. RPM said Moise Watkins. Yeah, that's my boy Donnie. Donnie is currently abroad right now, spending his time with his significant other. Donnie's a well-traveled brother, and he is getting the most out of life right now. So yeah, just everybody just wish him a safe return. Yeah, Soul Provider reacts. What's going on? Hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd power would be like, shut up. Yeah, like I said, if she'd have tapped that inner Pam, that probably would have been entertaining. Indigenous TV said Keith Olbermann's bitch ass needs to get slapped with all 10, not 5, 10 of the motherfuckers. Keith Olbermann, what did he do? Let me see. Check out Keith Olbermann. In just 1 second. Keith Olbermann, American sports commentator. Oh yeah. I see already. He He looks like he got a very slappable face. Hmm. Oh, he's one of those DNC shields. I get it. Oh, he attacked Tony Dungy. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I would say that. But yeah, like I said, I might do a video on that. Just a video, probably not a whole presentation like I'm doing right now. Um, yeah, let's put the beautiful Tichina Arnold back on the screen right there. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, it's always as if the DNC is always pandering to every other group, but does not want to champion the black family. Yeah, that's why they be on all that little moist shit. Yeah, but let me see. I'm gonna drop the link to see if anyone wants to come up and give the perspective. But if not, this broadcast won't last too much longer. You know, I think I've made all the points that I need to make. And like I said, like things like this, I would personally say, I mean, it used to piss me off quite often. Like the fact that we have people that are so adversarial to the heterosexual black man. And it's just like, it's like, what did we do to y'all that was so bad? I mean, you've had every piece of media to say what you're going to say, and it just doesn't seem like that it's getting any better for us as black men. And black men, we and there are a few brothers and some which are in the chat that are making the effort to counteract these dumb narratives that keep getting put out about us, you know. And I'm glad that Tichina Arnold herself, a black woman who understands that she's a black woman, offering her perspective. But for the most part, that should be our job as black men. So I just dropped the link down there and I will give it like a few minutes. You ain't got very long because I didn't intend for this broadcast to be very long anyway, you know. But I mean, Indigenous TV. He says they talk real slick but won't shoot a fair one in person with any brother they got beef with. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They'll talk slick. They'll say what they say on their platforms. Remember when Damon Young wrote that article that straight black men are the white people to black people? Uh, Damon Young refused to talk to anybody. Like he refused to talk to anybody. He continued to talk slick and said, well, a few guys responded, especially guys who live in their mom's basement, just being a smug prick about it. And and to people like Damon Young, well, fuck you for being a coward. Since you want to say all this crap. It's like seriously. Didn't like say like he should have talked to someone about, hey, you know what? So it's like shit, somebody like me. Why are you saying that straight black men are the new white people? That's very insulting. And that is why you got people like Tichina Arnold asking questions like this. Because, me personally, I'm insulted by the fact that, and anyone tries to reduce a heterosexual black man to the level of a white person. So, what up, Chaos Rain? Chaos Rain? What's going on? Are you on mute? Oh, okay. He dropped back down. Okay. Yeah. But that's my response to your comment, Indigenous TV. It's like every time someone has something slick to say, they don't wanna like, okay, uh come to
Right.
someone.
Mike should working out. I'm not sure what's wrong with streamer. I think I jumped in too soon. Or
Oh,
let
you
it
just
connect.
yeah, jumped in too soon. Well, if it doesn't connect, it would have told me on this end, but I see you straighten out your issue. But what's going on, Chaos Rain? What you got to
What's
say?
good? What's good, Kev? Been a while since I've been up here, man. So a lot of women are attacking Miss Arnold because of her question about why you stop emasculating black men. That tells you right there that they don't mind the status of black people as a whole, especially with black men. They feel comfortable talking this shit and want the echo chamber to keep going and make money while emasculating not only their sons, their brothers, their boys, but also the ones that will become men. It's very telling. And here's the sad thing about it, Kev, that I have no problem with what she has posted, and that's a very legit question. But to sit there talking about and expel their what do you call misandry and all these things towards black men, it's very weird. And I can't say frightening, but it lets you know saying if you have a problem with the men, then where else you gonna go, bitch? Because other men are watching how you're behaving with the men in this group. You think they want to be a part team with you? I mean, they think that other men are stupid. Just because we don't view ourselves as other men when we deal with other men, groups of men, but still we have a certain respect when it comes, the women has to show a sense of understanding careness of the men in their group. They're not even doing that. There's a problem.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you never noticed, I did a stream on one particular gentleman had a conversation with another black woman, and I think she's trolling and trying to create a channel for views and stuff, and he like a same echo chamber, and he asked this so-called woman some good questions to debunk her arguments, and she could not give a clear, coherent, actual answer. She was gaslighting throughout the whole interview.
Hmm. Yeah, one thing you have to understand about people like that is they do it just for that purpose. They really don't they really don't care to come to a solution or a resolution. They just want to, like, they call themselves clearing their name by trying to make us look bad, and really what they end up doing in the end is making themselves look bad,
Mm-hmm.
and letting us know who to look out for as far as the BS. You know,
And to this TV wrote said, "Brad, come get your bitch."
yeah, and I think I know who you're talking about, because it's like, yeah, like they try to enter this space, and they really believe that they're giving us a piece of their mind when they're just exposing who they really are as the
Yeah.
problem itself. And this, I'm just kind of like, hurry up and buy at the end of the day. Fuck them. you know, fuck them bitches, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cartel in the comments says that's what they do all day long is gaslight because they don't want no accountability. Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, and
That
they like and they want to keep it that way. And man, let's be honest, black women don't want black men to do good or do better anyway if they really wanted to, because it gives them to argue about. It gives them something to talk about because let's
the
be honest, they
T,
like.
the
Oh god,
T.
yeah, the tea, yeah, the tea. Oh yeah, the tea, yeah, and the tea is pretty much always hot, not warm, hot. They don't even blow on the fucking tea to drink it. Is to drink the hot tea. Say, "Oh, I got the tea." Burn their tongue too, but
hmm
yeah. Brad, please just take them back to
Whitelandia.
Whitelandia. Oh, it's like Wakanda, Whitelandia. Yeah.
Yeah, like you talking about Brad's like or a Chad, a literal Chad, like Chad
Mhm.
Wheeler.
Oh, ooh, oh shit. Chadwick was the worst man. He said bow to me. I said what? Mm.
he then when she woke up from being dragged like that, uh, he was like, "Oh, you're still alive? Oh my god!"
Bro, when that dude said you're still alive, that tells me he intentionally was he made in the back of his mind said, I'm gonna take you off this world. And you survive. And mind you, I'm not sure if she ever go back. I guarantee you she probably went back, bro. Can't really cover that after he got arrested. They kept it quiet. I bet she went right back to that dude after he
Yeah,
beat her to blade plot until she almost was about to lose her life.
yeah. She's probably with him at rehab, like mental health rehab. I'll be here all
Facts.
day. Oh my god, like like that story. I should have really did this news story about the one that forgave her Brad after he set her on fire.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Shit.
Yeah. Hurry up and buy says Brad just want bragging rights for banging a bad black bitch. They don't give a fuck about them hoes, bro. We all know that. Yeah, they want to one up on us, like, because I mean, just like I was looking at General Tito for a little bit tonight. He was roasting that dude Cohen Nanick and basically calling him out because he is the dude is playing to the fragilities of the mind of the divested black woman. You know, like he's hustling the fuck out of them, and he's getting a lot of views because of that. And we got Son is Hot Raw. The fact that they would tell their sons they ain't shit and will never amount to shit from an early age lets you know how they feel about. Yeah, yeah, that's a lot of the point that I try to make. These are your sons out here. These are your sons that got to listen to this. And, it's not so much, the question, not so much is for grown black men who we're big boys. We'll be okay for the most part. It's for your sons. It's for your nephews. It's for any black boy that looks to the adults for wisdom. You got these old divested broads talking about, black men in such a disparaging way that, and these and I'm telling you right now, these Gen Zs and this upcoming Gen Alpha, man, they ain't playing that shit. I mean, Gen Alpha's still too young, but these Gen Zs, they like, fuck this. I'm not dealing with this. And if this continues, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd Power says it baffles how a lot of women are drawn to their abusers. They are sick too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Prime VA 757 says, in real life, Brad is still insecure about black men being with other women. And yeah, like, look, people people usually try to deny this, but black men, even though I believe that it's the big phallus stereotype that drives this, we are desired by other races of women. We are. I mean, I'm one that, even though I did prefer the B dub, I was in my younger days, I was approached by other races of women. One in particular was a girl from Afghanistan.
So let me ask the question, Paul.
Yeah.
This is your approach and to clear the way for people to listen back. Was these non-black women big and fat as women try to portray that black men are dealing with? These big ass heifers?
I mean, look, it's like shout out to Officer Faulkner.
Mm-hmm.
Officer Faulkner says that black men are the garbage men of society, meaning that we'll just about accept anything and we'll just about fuck anything. And
Mm-hmm.
believe me, there's a lot of validity in what he says because
Yes.
out with, I've hung out with my share of homies, and like some of
Okay.
their women, they be big as fuck, they be looking leftover as fuck,
Mm.
and they seem to be happy with these women. I mean, like even like a lot of these dudes, like they would actually hook up with single mothers, and
I know.
their reasoning for that was, well, she got some good pussy, man, goddamn. Like we as black men, and you know we would accept like a lot of Like when they say these whole all y'all do is date fat white women and all this other shit. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like my response to that is they'll date fat black women too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they in fact, a lot of people who say all this crap, shit, they would prefer that you end up, you know, they prefer that you end up with these take me as I am B dubs rather than to be happy with a Becky or a Maria or a Ling Ling, as we say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know that Becky, Maria, and Ling Ling can start to offend the other groups, but shit, hey, you know that's just how it is. I mean, shit. We're called Tyrones. I mean, every group has to take it on the chin when it comes to certain name associations. Let me see, Prime VA7. Oh, Anthony Drosos, what's going on? Says it's because we mostly want to apologize for being masculine. You goddamn right. Don't apologize for nothing like that. Indigenous TV says Becky has ass now too. Yeah, TikTok is proof of that. You know, like a couple nights ago, I was talking about the Big Bank Challenge. I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, shoot, just ain't nothing I can really do on that end, but shit, I got eyes. Prime VA 757 says, I live in Hawaii, and it's rare to see a black man with a fat chick, especially these Asians. Now it does exist, but that narrative is old now. And then this is in agreement with me exactly. Date Dame ones uh, dating fat white women date fat black women. Yeah, because I mean shoot, they just have a taste for big women. I've had a homie that he dated nothing but fat black women. I mean he was he was one of them old street types that was in shape. You know, and it's like he had his share, but he would mainly be with and be married to a fat black woman. He would be.
That's
so,
sad.
so it ain't like that. It ain't like that. There's black men out there that won't accept it. I mean, my wife, she's in shape. She makes the effort. But many of us we do date them big.
Yeah, cause we like them big. Cause I think we're raised and groomed by bigger women in our families, so we accept it. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
in my
And let
opinion.
me let me ask you a question, man. Let me ask you
Okay.
a question. And
Yes.
this question is for the chat as well. Do you think Becky's with ass are trying to steal the big ass from the black woman, or trying to be like black women? Because that's
Mm.
exactly what they say when you say, "Oh, they trying to be like us," and then I even went back and forth with one online one time talking about they trying to steal the big ass from us. I'm like, look, they understand and they know the secret to that. Just go to the gym and do squats. You know what I'm saying?
But I'll answer this question better so it gives context. Did you
Yeah,
know back in history, I don't know if it was a white woman or a man made this, but the European woman at the time designed what we call a corset, and the corset is supposed to squeeze their rib cage and their waist line to the point where if like most of them have flat booty, by squeezing up, it's going to like make their stomach more slimmer, while the other parts of the body look more bigger, just like the African woman. So they're always trying to emulate the black woman's phenotype in some way. The ass thing is nothing new. It's a mating competition where they always do this just to please the men in their society.
yeah,
And let's be honest, Becky that got ass or don't, literally she makes herself of more pleasing to all groups of men, especially black men. Most black men, let's be honest, we like them big. So,
yeah,
if you
yeah. We
see
do.
if you see her trying to get bigger, by default she's looking for not only the man in her group if she can get that, but black men as second. So like I said, and I'll be honest with you, non-black women, especially white women, they're always in competition to get the man that they want or the best man possible. They know the importance of competing. Can we agree, Kevin?
Yeah. I can agree. Women are always pretty much low key in competition
Yeah.
with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like
That's awesome.
even black women or other black women are in competition with each other.
Yeah,
So
and they don't want to admit it, but yeah, yeah,
no,
kind of.
they won't admit it, but we can see it clear as day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see some
We
more BBLs lately from certain women in
I
color.
mean, but BBLs like that, like a lot of them, they don't even pull that off correctly. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, go to the gym, do some squats, and I mean, like it's no matter how resentful you are of that. I mean, it is what it is. Brothers are attracted to what we are attracted to. Period. And that could go from anything from a thick black woman, and I don't mean thick as in fat. I mean thick as in round hips, big ass, thick thighs. I mean shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we see an Asian or a Latino woman like that, we still gonna look like goddamn. Well, goddamn, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me see. Hopefully, I don't run into any porno images. Why do I see Amanda Seals and Derek Jackson? Let me scroll back up. Cause I'm the wrong two guys.
Derek Jackson looking hard ass fucking. He looking at that picture hard, little nigga.
Yeah. Derek, yeah, yeah. He's supposed to be a faithful man of God, but he got exposed. I mean, but
On
let's
the
see.
DMs, giving these chicks dick, man.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, like, something like that. It just we know what to look for. I mean, but at the same time, it is what it is. A lot. Let me see. They said Ebony magazine. Now this is one of these jealous headlines. White woman boycotts thick black beauty. I don't know. Like it might be that competition that you're talking about. Women always trying to compete with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the time,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yes. Let's see. Got re said, most black women don't know they weigh more than most NFL players.
But they don't care because some losers gonna give them some pipe and attention. That's all they need.
Yeah. That's what's gonna happen. Hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd power says BBL are such a turnoff. Some be having comically large butts and skinny ankles, like in small thighs. Said Becky is earning her cheeks. Let me tell you something. When I used to be at the gym all the time, lifting and such, man, I've seen quite a few of them that was like that. Yeah, I was just like, yeah. And then what they usually mainly do, they did leg exercises and they did squats. They did squats and lunges. And just I'll tell any B dub that they can do the same thing, but then they're gonna start, like I said, they don't really want you saying anything to them about anything. They're gonna act like you're shaming them. Take me as I am. Sure, whatever. Yeah, whatever on that account. Let me see something real quick. Let me see how many. See if y'all liking the video. So everybody watching, you're in the clouds or whatever, like the video. Like the video. Hold on one second. But yo, let me see. See real quick. Oh, I got 50 likes. That's a pretty good ratio. All right, appreciate that. Oh, and seems as if I gained a sub during this broadcast, which means that yes, I am 87 subs from 3K. All I need is 87 subs, and I will hit that 3K number. So if it's your first time here on this channel, please go below this screen and hit that subscribe button. But anything else you would like to say, Chaos Rain?
Oh, so you need 80 more subs to get 3K. It's been a while to
80,
get another 1,000 subscribers. I
80,
want after you hit the 1,000. Is it more a little challenging moving forward to get another 1,000? Because the first 1,000 is very challenging on YouTube.
yeah, like let me tell you something real quick, man.
Mm-hmm.
I earned my first 1,000, and I think like it was like 5 months later where I earned my second 1,000, and
Okay.
that happened in 2020.
Okay.
Now, 2021, I don't know whether it was a lack of consistency or a slump or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just kind of it was a hard climb to 3K.
Mm. Wow.
It was it was a hard climb to 3K, but it looks like I'm gonna almost be there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I thought getting my third 3,000, but it was a lot. I had to take a few weeks off last year, and it's not that I'm making excuses or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I need to implore what they like to call a better content strategy. Also, there's always the possibility of shadow banning, and where you're a channel named Black Men Being Brutally Honest, that will raise some eyebrows.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not the one that likes to hang on to excuses. Uh, and due to my recent disappointments in a lot of black men, especially with the whole, the feds might be watching. And by the way,
Yeah.
hello feds, if you're watching. But
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Mr. Fantastic. I do like the point that he made. He said feds ain't really worried about the black manosphere like that. That's just some shit people were doing for content.
I know Miss Fantastic still doing content.
Yeah. He kind of is. Like he is. I believe he's been out to sea or whatever, and he said that he's gonna be gone for like another couple months. But yeah, he was saying that the least likely threat to the U.S. Government right now is black men, and I have it, and that does kind of make some sense. It's like we're not united enough to even be a threat. you know what they're doing as far as what that subway shooter is. I mean, the subway shooter just happened to be a YouTuber, and his channels have been taken down since. But they're probably going to use a guy like that as a measure of gun control because they've been trying to push this whole gun control thing for the longest. Trying to disarm Americans, especially with Georgia passing the new gun law, and other states like Texas passing new gun laws.
And
They're
what the gun law composed of? What make it hard to get a gun?
No, actually, I think you can carry in public without a permit. This motherfucker be like the Wild Wild West.
Well, my thing is this, Kevin. America, like any first world nation, especially in this soil, we are a gun state, a gun
Yeah.
country, unfortunately. We have more guns than the population of Americans.
hmm
To disarm nearly more than 70, or I'll say 85% of Americans, I'm throwing a number, I'm not sure what the exact numbers, but I know it's pretty high, is at this point in the stage very impossible. You're going to have to condition the youth or people that's coming up the importance of why not to own a gun.
Yeah, re-up. Yeah, re-up. Re-up. That's what it's called, constitutional carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Georgia is doing the same thing called constitutional carry.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that's I see it as the direction that if they really want to do it, I mean, all you can do is make it harsher laws, but overall, you're not gonna take the many guns that America's got anyway, either if they got illegal or illegal, unfortunately. So the second best thing you could do, if you really think that the guns really control this nation, and let's be honest, if they really got control of it and they managed to get control of the guns in this country, I guarantee this country will be a complete dictatorship, totalitarian. I don't know if I said it right. Country, like most of the nation. Yes, correct. Yes, thank you. Yes, and really, they can get to that direction because making that move. If you think about it, Kev, you know what happened to the Capitol? Remember what happened to the Capitol?
about the insurrection or
Yeah,
lack
yeah,
thereof.
not go, yeah. But still, those who that were there, they were armed when they did that shit. So if they think that they were going like just try to push on it and try to take America's guns, they're gonna have a serious world war a civil war in this country. Bad, bad one too. So like always like intellectual warfare, I cannot go with force to get what I want. Have to go strategically. I gotta go different routes. People should understand that's a form of art of warfare. If anyone's ever read it, I never read the book completely, but I know it's a form of warfare you had to take. If your enemy or people that's strong, you can't go in there first. You gotta go in a different way. That's how it works. So
Yeah,
when with this thing with this black man doing what he did, and I think that's some side ops bullshit. Now that I saw some other content about that they're not talking about, that this one black man is not enough to really disarm all 300 some Americans.
yeah.
It,
Let me
yeah,
respond to Cartel's comment real quick. He said, "I beg to differ. Then look at the Frank James story. They're trying to link it to the Black Manosphere. Those are content creators trying to link it to the Black Manosphere. Like that was that was called. I think that and it's fast becoming yesterday's news because I'm gonna tell you something. A wise person once told me: we have very short term memories over here. We have very, and it's like something probably might happen this week or the next couple of weeks that's going to overshadow Frank James. And it's just the fact of the matter is, every time there is a black male weirdo on a that does YouTube, they're always trying to link that guy to the Black Manosphere. Remember EDP 445?
no, I know who that is. Yeah, that's true.
Well, see, exactly. You don't know who that is. The only way
Mhm.
I knew who that was is because of people that were in the space, on the fringe of the space, outside the space, was trying to link the guy to the Black Manosphere. You know,
Okay.
and it's just like and it's because of the utter hatred for the space that they're doing it. And it's just like, look, this doesn't make any sense. It is that's why Roger and myself, we try to get the space to be represented by guys who are actually on the straight and narrow. But that's another conversation for another time. Uh, let me respond. Indigenous TV said in Missouri, we passed a law stating that no federal gun law can usurp Missouri state law concerning gun ownership. Excuse me. The Biden administration was pissed when our governor signed it into law. Yep, the sovereignty of the state. You know. Let's see. And he goes on to say Missouri is lit. You don't have to wear a helmet on a motorcycle, and you don't need a permit to own a gun. Yeah, be very careful on the motorcycles though, but you'll end up like uh end up looking like a watermelon after a Gallagher show.
Mhm.
And cartels like everybody in America shouldn't be allowed to carry a gun on the streets. I do not believe in that some people are just mentally unstable to carry a gun. Yeah, those are facts. Those are facts. I would agree with that. I mean, we have the right to bear arms, but everybody shouldn't have a gun. You know what I mean? You see the results in that, throughout communities in Black America where, a lot of these turds don't have aim. Like, hey, yeah, this is a little off subject, but there have been two. You heard about Young Thug's baby mama being killed over a fight with a bowling ball at the bowling alley in Georgia.
Hmm. I never
Yeah,
heard of it.
yeah, it happened a few weeks back. They have made two arrests. One was the guy, and another one is a girl. And my thing is like uh, people make that argument that black men are just killing black women at an alarming rate, but there was a girl involved in that shit. And one thing that I will say is a lot of these women put these guys up to this shit as far as gunning people down. Like they'll swear up and down they're not being protected, but they can always find a goon. They can always find a goon.
Yeah, I know that too.
Mhm.
Good thing you can find a nigga.
I mean, indigenous TV said cartel. I believe everyone should be allowed to own bazookas, even children, especially children. Yeah, I believe he was trying to be comical with that.
Mm.
That he said, now that would be lit, but in America, KK, it was would say it's a
The
domestic
three Ks.
terrorism if it had it open and carried Black Million Man March. Ooh, man, they would think, man, if they had an open and carry Black Million Man March, man, they would have the military descend upon. Like, have you ever seen these experimental, like these YouTube experimental videos, like their social experiments? Like they would walk with a gun, like a AR-15 or something. Like they'll walk in public and it'll be a white guy, then it'll be a black guy carrying it, and the white guy carries it, nothing happens to him. The black guy carries it, police will pull up on him, and then they have all the backup cars, and then they get out. They just talk about some freeze, get dropped to the ground, they'll take his gun from him.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Can you imagine if they had a million black man open and carry march? They would descend the military down on those guys.
Mm-hmm.
They would, and every law enforcement agencies from around the area would descend upon them guys because because see what they would do is they're feared that there would be an insurrection,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't like us to have the same rights everybody else does because they are in complete fear that we might actually try to get back at them for the atrocities that they have committed against us. And it's like Re-Up says reparations or else. But it's like what we just want to be treated fairly just like everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And then this TV said they would lock down the entire continent. Yeah, they sure. Yeah, they kind of would. Yeah, but hey, man, look, like we've gotten away from the topic.
Yeah.
Just yeah, Tichina Arnold. She felt the heat like any black woman who says anything like that. I mean, get called all kinds of names, get treated with all kinds of insults, treated like she betrayed the group. Uh, and like I said earlier, this is a clue actually as to who keeps this quote unquote gender war going.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's quite sad that that we have to continue to put up with this crap. And especially as men, and a lot of that, okay, and a lot of it, believe it or not, is maybe our fault as men.
Point.
And I know some brothers might not want to hear this, but and I do kind of blame the previous generation and a lot of us Gen Xers as well. We just accepted the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, those are facts. We accepted the bullshit. We let it slide for so long. I mean, we treated the shit as kid gloves, and because of that, they're out of control with their mouths.
Yeah.
So right now, brothers are in a position to where we have to play catch up, and that's I mean, and it's the fact that our previous generation, which included a lot of our fathers and a lot of our uncles, is the fact that now we got women like Tichina Arnold asking questions like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just because of the fact and because of the fact that now that we as black men and some black women now have to try to solve these problems, which it might be too little too late because we've let it get out of control. But the fact that we do have people that are willing to speak up, that's a good thing. And hopefully we multiply to the fact that to the point where we get beyond control with ours because there's still so as in the proof is in the pudding. Like like I read a bunch of the negative responses that she got because of this. So, hopefully we can swing the pendulum the other way. But do you have anything else to say?
Um, no, I'm sitting back and enjoying the fire of the backlash that was expected. Because let's be honest, the black woman doesn't want to hear about or want care or have any sympathy of the black men. They just want to sit there, argue, bitch, and complain. Cause it's comfortable. They love misery. They love the chaos. So the world's going to give them chaos, and
Hmm.
that man should not accept this form of chaos that a black woman is exuding on him. You get me?
We should have never accepted it in the first place.
Yeah, we should never
Now,
accept.
now, a lot of black men are stuck with the ominous task of reversing the narrative, and a lot of us black men have opted out, and we're also to the point where a lot of black men just don't want to deal with it, and will side with the sisters that are doing this very bullshit, and is
Mm-hmm.
it. And with me, it's whatever. I'm with the shits. I'm on the side that let's reverse the narrative and it, and I will discuss it. I will call bullshit for what it is, and it's bullshit. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna, but I'm not gonna put up the effort to call women like Tichina Arnold a mammy or a pick me for her love for our people. Maybe in her divorce, maybe she has realized that she's probably made some mistakes, and she's probably caught herself doing the same thing. That's why she's sitting up here finding sex tapes with her husband. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, maybe
Mm-hmm.
she just married one of them trifling ass brothers. But at the same time, I'm not going to fight her because of this. So
Mm-hmm.
and any efforts that I see made on behalf of the black man is much appreciated. But I do wish collectively that black men will make more of an effort, to stand up for ourselves. And that's just what it is for me at the end of the day. So, I mean, and whoever's watching the replay, and for those in the clouds and in the converse in the comment section right now, take what I'm saying for what it's worth. But at the same time, uh, I'm one of the ones that care about our overall image as black men. And whether you feel like that you don't need the help of people like Tichina Arnold or not, then it is much appreciated that she does know how to ask the tough questions.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I, I,
any,
I give her credit because usually when you put yourself in the spotlight, it's not an easy task. At the end of the day, you're gonna get smoke, you're gonna get criticism, and you're gonna get attacked by ungrateful chicks in your
yeah,
group.
yeah, yeah,
And to be honest with you, I think she was anticipating it. She was prepared for it. To be honest
yeah,
with you.
yeah. I don't believe she's stupid. She knows that sisters are like that. A very
Mm-hmm.
that's why she asked the question in the first place. I mean, so yeah, she does know. And let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
When I created the Facebook group that eventually led to this YouTube channel, the sisters were very adversarial toward me. They were very adversarial. Like I said, I used to get some very nasty DMs from quite a few sisters, about that. And it is just like I don't understand why you would do this because I mean, I never bothered y'all on y'all platforms. In fact, when they made their Facebook groups, and even your boy when he made his Facebook group, he put female admin in charge that booted me from the group. you know,
Oh
and
wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then that's what I never understood about him. I mean, he has a tendency to be a little bit female centric. I mean, I do understand a lot of the times that he calls himself a troll and he just be trolling, but it's like, dude, you're like one of the biggest mistakes I made was making a female admin because a lot of brothers felt slighted by that.
Mm-hmm.
And they would get highly emotional and they just start booting dudes left and right. Dudes I would have to put back in the group. But
Yeah.
it just I understand how adversarial sisters can be, and a lot of that shit is for absolutely no reason. you know, you know what I'm saying. If you're going to troll, if and my thing was I like to kind of be fair with it. If you're going to troll, then you're gonna let the brothers troll too. You're not gonna come whining to me about how these black men are bashing you when you're clearly saying a lot of bullshit yourself. So, but
Mm-hmm.
anyway, let's give a big shout out to Tichina Arnold. Like I said, thank you for asking the tough questions and doing what sisters supposedly say that is the job of sisters, like addressing black women on these issues, and also exposing the truth that not only black women don't like to be addressed by black men, they don't like to be addressed by anyone. You
Yeah.
know, they want their asses kissed, and
Mhm.
I really could care less because I'm not an ass kisser at all.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not in the business of kissing anybody's ass. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
it doesn't serve the ladies any good of a man's being an ass kisser, and they know this.
yeah,
That's why they're looking for more simps being developed. It's comfort to them. Look at who's going to be on our side. Who's going to.
yeah. But and I could say one of the black men that is on our side is me. I'm on the
Mhm.
black man side. I want to see black men succeed. I want to see black men win. But it's just it's not enough of us. So I do understand the sentiment when black men say it's not enough of us that's doing this for us.
Mhm.
So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just wrap this one up. It's been almost 2 hours. Uh, I think everything has to be said that needs to be said for this one. And thanks for coming up, Chaos Rain.
Mhm.
As usual. And I do be getting them. I do be getting them inboxes, man, for you dropping the link to your broadcast. It's
Mhm.
not that I'm ignoring them. It's just that you're kind of ill timed on that one. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I got to do what I got to do at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
So
got to do what's necessary.
yeah. And to answer your
And
question,
and,
yeah.
and,
To
and
answer
leaving. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
to answer your question from earlier, yeah, it is kind of a challenge to get to your first 1,000. It's a challenge getting to your first 100,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's even a bigger challenge getting to your first 1,000. I mean, my backup channel is like 6 from 100, and I've had that backup channel almost as long as I had my main channel. But I guess if anything ever happens to that channel, when I do focus efforts on that one, is it'll grow itself. But I mean, like I said, let me see where I'm at right now with it. Oh yeah, I am 86. I'm 86 subs away from 3,000. So
Yeah.
it's that hopefully that'll come up soon, and everybody who watches this program right here in particular, they believe that I can do it, and first and foremost, I believe I can do it. But if they believe I can do it, I know I can do it. So uh,
Mhm.
let me go ahead and end it. Let me go ahead and end it here. Uh, you know, Tichina Arnold, once again, you one of the real ones. We appreciate it. Uh, but listen. Uh, we as black men on a consistent basis need to be doing a better job in bringing this to the attention of whoever needs this attention brought to them. And we need to do a better job than Tichina Arnold. And at the end of the day, those are facts. And just once again, thank you to the lovely Tichina Arnold. And I'm gonna end it here. This is Kev. This is BMBBH. Long live the habitual line steppers. I am going to win. We are going to win. Until the next time, peace.